Welcome to the first episode of the Franchisee series, where in this series we'll be looking at the different information, investments, and the financial feasibility of different franchises. In this first episode, I've decided to select one of the most noticeable brand in the boba milk tea market, Gong Cha. Gong Cha was first introduced to the United States in the year 2014, and the first store opened up in New York City. Since then, they have rapidly expanded and owning more than 200 stores at the moment. Gong Cha is a second generation milk tea brand. What that means is that it focuses more on quality and luxuriety. Because in the first generation, such as Q cups or Quickly, since it's a new product, people would focus more on affordability and accessibility. So when these second generation brands come in, they would focus more on quality and providing a feeling of luxuriety when buying the product. Let's take a look at the initial investments in starting our first Gong Cha. These investments include 14 different items, starting from initial franchising fees, a training expense, which includes 1 manager and 3 day-to-day staffs, architect and engineer, leasehold improvements, furniture and equipment, POS installation, exterior signage, rent deposit, utility deposit, business permits and license, initial supply of 3 months, grand opening advertisements, insurance, and additional funds or emergency funds. Just to go back to the grand opening advertisement, it is required by franchisors to host a grand opening right before you open up, just to market yourself out to the people in the area, and has a minimum spending of 2,000, which is why I put 2,000 in there. And the insurance is really pricey. This is because Gong Cha requires a very wide range of insurance, such as cybersecurity, data privacy, general liability, and more. So this totals at an investment of approximately $170,340. After finding out our initial investments, it's time we look at the break-even forecasting. To be able to do this, I've decided to come up with 3 different cases, with the first case being a very low number of customers coming in on a daily basis, the second case being a very average, and the third case being slightly higher. Before jumping into the cases, I would like to give a quick walkthrough of the monthly expenses. Starting with rent. This rent is for a place of approximately 1,000 square feet, and the price is based of what I can find here in Houston, because I'm staying in Houston. Second is the labor cost of 2 full-time employees, a POS system, insurance, internet, ingredients cost or cost of goods sold, which makes up approximately 30% of the product, a royalty fee paid to the franchisors of 6%, a marketing fee, which is also paid to the franchisors because they'll be conducting the marketing for us, of 4%, utilities fee of 3%, an emergency fund or a minor unforeseen cost of 5%. So in the first case, I've decided to go with us being able to sell 100 tickets a day. With 100 tickets a day and a ticket size of approximately $6.5, we are able to bring in a revenue of $19,500. But looking at the first 3 months of our expenses, we can eliminate rent, ingredients costs, and insurance. This is because it's been included in the initial investments cost. So we will be able to bring in quite a lot of capital in the first 3 months, since most of the cost is eliminated. And with the cost of only $8,120 for the first 3 months, we are able to bring a net income of $11,380. But after the first 3 months, our expense rises from $8,120 to $16,620. That decreases our net income to only $2,880. And that would take us approximately 146 months to be able to break even. To put it in years, it takes approximately 12 years and 2 months, which is a really long time. If you would invest in starting a Gong Cha and you would be able to sell only 100 cups a day, put your money in the bank or just invest your money elsewhere, I think that would have a better return on investments than investing in Gong Cha like this. You wouldn't even have to manage it, and you'll be able to earn more money than starting a Gong Cha and being able to only sell 100 drinks a day. For the second case, I have increased from 100 cups a day or 100 drinks a day to 150 drinks a day. It seems like a small amount of increase, but it's actually really significant when you're looking at the big picture. Starting with the revenue, we are able to bring in a revenue of $29,250 monthly. And for the expense in the first 3 months, there's a total cost of $9,875, taking us to a net income of $19,375 in the first 3 months. And for the fourth month and beyond, the expense or the cost increases to $21,300, putting us at a net income of $7,950. So that slight increase of 50 cups a day had moved our break-even point from 146 months to just 32 months, which is approximately 2 years and 8 months. This is very interesting. It's between 1 year and 2 years. It's a very interesting investments, and I think being able to sell 150 drinks a day is really reasonable. I think a lot of stores are able to make this mark according to the research I have found, and I think it is interesting when you are able to sell 150 drinks a day, and it's actually a good investment. Last but not least, the third case. The third case, I have increased it by 50 again to 200 drinks a day. That made our revenue increase to $39,000, just below $40,000, which is a lot. And in the first 3 months, our total cost would be at $11,630 with a net income of $27,370. After the first 3 months, our expenses rises to $25,980. Even though the expense is that high, we still have a net income of $13,020. Putting all this together, we would be breaking even in just 14 months, which is 1 year, 2 months. This model is very, very impressive. If you are able to sell 200 drinks a day, it only takes you a year to break even. After that, it's just money flowing in, And I think it's just really interesting for Gong Cha here, because according to the different information I found, looking at like the franchising documents, 200 drinks a day is something achievable by many of the stores. It's not like a high mark, it's somewhere mid-high. So it's not that difficult to be able to get that 200 drinks a day and getting your money back in a year. So looking at the cases, Gong Cha is actually a very, very interesting brand. It has different benefits and drawbacks, and for benefits, I would say that the brand is already well recognized in the market, and people know Gong Cha, it's associated with the quality. When you see it, you just boom, Gong Cha. It has a very good brand loyalty. The marketing is taken care of. You just had to pay the franchisors approximately 4% of your revenue every month for the marketing to keep on going. And they have a restriction for different stores to be located 5 miles apart from each other. So that prevents taking each other's customer, But what's the drawback is that Gong Cha only open certain territories to be able to apply for the franchisee, such as New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, Rhode Island, Oklahoma, Texas, Florida. And that really depends on where you are and where you're opening up, because like I've said in the case, that if you'll be able to sell only 100 cups or 100 drinks a day, that would not be a good investment for you. So that really depends on the location. I think this is one of the most important factor in selecting a franchise for a consumer product. And before I end this video, I would like to say thank you for coming in and watching. And I made this video or this series just to kind of showcase to people how to plan their financial investments on different franchises, because I think franchise is something really interesting, and a lot of people might be interested but they don't know where to start. So I just wanted to use this platform or this video to speak to those people and to show that this is how you should plan it and what factors goes in operating it. So before this video ends, I would like you guys to know and reassure you that all these numbers that I have been used for this video are educational guesses or speculations I have made up based on my own research. So if you're really interested in starting a franchise or doing a franchise of a popular brand, please do some more research. Dig deeper. There's never enough research. And if you have any questions or help, please reach out to me. And thank you so much for watching.